Y'all ready to be history?
Get started.
Welcome.
Hi.
Hello, everyone.
To the Pro Audio Suite.
These guys are professional. They're motivated.
Thanks to TriBooth, the best vocal booth for home or on-the-road voice recording. And Austrian Audio, making passion heard. Introducing Robert Marshall from Source Elements and Someone Audio Post, Chicago. Darren Robbo Robertson from Voodoo Radio Imaging, Sydney. Tech to the VO Stars, George the Tech Whittam from LA. And me, Andrew Peters, voiceover talent and home studio guy.
Line up, learner!
Here we go.
And don't forget the code TRIPAP200. That will get you $200 off your purchase of the fabulous TriBooth. And Austrian Audio, making passion heard. And George?
GeorgeThe.tech/TPAS for your discount codes. Head on over if you need help.
Oh, I always
We all need help.
I'll be heading over shortly, yeah.
I desperately need it, so I'm told.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Now, talking of Austrian Audio, though, we did an unboxing on camera. Ooh. That was last week. But anyway, this week, we're giving you a sample of what it sounds like. And I keep popping. That's really naughty. This is the Mi Creatore. This is what the microphone sounds like. Any thoughts, chaps?
So this is just absolute, because right now mine's a bit hyped. I'm going through my 818, and I'm definitely hyping it up quite a bit more than probably is necessary. So I'm going to flatten mine because I want to have a really good comparison. So, okay, this is the 818 with no processing, totally flat.
All right.
Okay.
And let me hear you again.
I'm on an unprocessed OC16 then for a comparison too. There you go.
Got it.
Oh, yeah. And I've got a feeling, I know it's a bit of a weird test because different voices, but my feeling is listening in the headphones to both of you two, this one is closer to the OC16 than the 818.
That was my first thought the first time I heard you on it, was it's very close to the 16.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm looking to see what pattern I'm into because you guys would be on cardioid. I may not be. So I'm going to check mine when you guys keep talking. I'll check mine.
Yeah, this one, because I'm pretty sure, see, I keep popping.
Well, there's no professional on the other end of the microphone. That's the problem.
Yeah, that's right.
There's also no pop shield.
if you've got shit mic technique, get a pop guy. But
all right. Well, now I'm on cardioid, which sounds a bit more natural. I was on a hyper before.
It does.
Yes.
But it's a bit. Yeah, it's not as hyped. It's not quite as 4160 sound.
Well, here's the thing. Like on the 818, when you're in cardioid, it's a true single capsule cardioid pickup.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So you're actually only using the front capsule. So this would be more similar to you guys because now I'm actually using a single capsule. When I go to hyper, the rear capsule comes into play. Yeah. And that's being mixed in out of phase to create that hypercardioid. So it definitely changes the way you sound on the mic. So
did you flick it across
it in while I was talking, didn't you?
And yeah, see, it's the opposite to what you would tell. What I was hearing was the opposite to what you said, Robbo, because I think in hypercardioid, there's more top end. In static,
it might be a more scooped sound, like more bass and more treble.
Yeah, maybe that's.
Yeah, could be.
Maybe that's it.
And this is more mid forward.
Yeah,
this sounds more mid forward to me.
Yeah.
But to me, it's not as sort of hyped as this 16 or what the Creator that AP's on.
And we're hearing your mic, Robbo, flat, or are you still going through a chain?
No, I'm sending to you guys on Source Connect unprocessed. So I do have some processing in Pro Tools, but you guys aren't hearing that.
Yeah,
for sure. It definitely sounds more hyped than usual.
Hang on. Let me turn it off. Hang on. Maybe you are. Let me turn it off. Hang on. Does that make a difference? Hello?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You sounded a bit like I was pretty hyped sounding earlier.
Yeah.
Like when I turn this on, you get that extra sizzly top end.
Yeah.
And I'll turn that off, and now I'm flat.
Okay.
Well, and I think also,
so
Robert,
now we're all flat.
Some kind of a noise gate going on there because all of a sudden I can hear.
I did have a gate on. Me
too.
Yeah.
Yes.
I should have a gate on.
This will be an interesting post mix. You have to decide, Robbo, now whether you process it in post or leave it totally.
Well, that's the thing. I think I might just have to leave it, perhaps.
Yeah. Disclaimer: this episode is raw.
Absolutely.
Just some limiting for the master. Yeah.
We're going bareback, but don't Google that. Don't Google that.
Isn't it interesting though that, I mean, and we talked about this in the preview when AP was unboxing it, that, you know, Austrian Audio have taken the time to make sure that all their products have a pretty similar sort of sound, regardless of you know, price point even, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. The voicing of the capsules.
Yeah, I mean, when you can say that an 818, which is what, $1,500 or something, would that be right? I don't know.
US about
US?
1,200, I think.
So $1,200 US, and you can say that it's, you know, it's reasonably close to the Mi Creatore, which is whatever we said that was, 100 and something.
Yeah,
you know, it's crazy, isn't it?
I mean, I'd be curious how this would sound, as I mentioned when we're doing the unboxing, in not a perfect environment. I mean, I've got to say that I'm sitting right next to a laptop, computer screens. There's nothing in here that's diffusing any sound whatsoever except my buff head. But apart from that, there's nothing else.
Yeah.
So it's not ideal. But I'm kind of thinking of more of a tight sort of environment where you're trying to obviously control some kind of ambient noise in a room that's pretty lively.
Yep.
If you're traveling.
Yeah.
How this would take to that. That's what I'd be interested in. And the other thing is how it takes to EQ as well. Could be an interesting one to
So the other
test.
thing, though, is that, I mean, this is effectively also a stereo pair, right?
Yeah,
because it comes with
if you buy the stereo pair, yeah.
Yeah. So it'd be interesting to hear it with that open.
Well, imagine if you were doing, here's an example, if you were a voice that did animation.
Yeah.
You could space these two mics out, you know, by maybe 18 inches or something.
Mm-hmm.
And then you've got one capturing the loud source.
Yep.
And one, you know, if you could actually split them, because they can be stereo, so I guess you do
You just mono
a
them
left
up.
for the one and right track for the other one.
Yep. Yep.
And then if you did start overloading the mic that's closest to you, you've got the backup behind you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's a lot of clever ways to use it when there's two separate mic capsules versus a mic that has a stereo mode, like the ever popular the Yeti from Blue has that multi-pattern switch where you can go from omni to cardioid to stereo to figure eight, right? Well, with a mic like this, you have way more flexibility. You can make an XY pair. You can make a Blumline, I think, whatever it's called. You can adjust how you want to use those two mics. Like you could literally put up a stereo XY pair in front of a string quartet or something.
Yeah.
And record that.
But you could even fake it with, if you had the two, like instead of doing XY, you just reverse one, stick it, you know, basically so the capsule's almost touching each other.
Right.
And get some kind of weird omni going. I don't know how that would work, but
yeah, that should work. It's two hemispherical patterns connected in the center. You might have some phasing issues at the center.
Yeah.
It's more flexible to have two separate microphones to manipulate and do. You can just do so much more.
Yeah. I'm just curious how this microphone actually does sound to the people listening. I mean, if you're listening to it and you like it, just leave a comment down below the notes and stuff. But you know what I'm hearing is very pleasing actually, and I'm quite surprised because I did think, being a USB mic, that there was going to be inherent issues. The price point I thought was going to be an issue for it as well, but I can't really hear anything.
No, Robbo, I'm not trying to make more work for you, but I'm going to propose something. Is that you know we leave part of the show unprocessed, and then you process the remainder of the show the way you normally would, so we can hear what it sounds like raw, and we can hear what we all sound like through your production.
Through the magic of podcasting, let's move to the processed show now.
Exactly. Ooh.
The point I was going to make was that as a podcaster, if you were a podcaster and you were on, I don't know, let's just pick out a Yeti, or you had a Konica eyeball or something that you were sort of using, and you wanted to up your game audio wise. I mean, you know, step one, tick, hello, for 100 and whatever bucks we were just talking about, you've got a new mic that's automatically going to do that.
Yeah, and it's got an interface built in, so you know, you're set.
That's it. Exactly.
Yeah, I like that. I mean, oftentimes we'll kind of shy away from a USB mic for anybody that's producing, you know, content, because it's just a mic. Mm-hmm. So if you want to add a second person, or you want to interview somebody else on site in physical person, it's not as easy to integrate multiple USB mics, but here you just have that second mic and you've got a 2-mic system. So
and away you go.
It's a clever way. It's sort of an analog, old school way of doing it, but it's the simplicity of it, I think, is the key here.
Well, the other thing too, thinking about that without thinking too deeply, but hearing you say that, and it occurs to me that even if you had more than 2 people, with some clever placement of those 2 mics, you could almost mic up maybe 3 or 4 people.
Well, yeah, you could have 2 and 2.
Yeah, that's right. Exactly. You could sort of have that. If you had 3, you could have the host on his own. And then, with some clever mic placement, you could place the other one so that you were picking up 2.
It all comes down to the room. The room has to be good.
Yeah.
Absolutely. If you were in a concert hall or something, you probably wouldn't want to. But
but you can also get lav mics. I think they're doing a lav mic as well that goes with this. So,
wow.
for that kind of podcasting and interviewing and all that kind of stuff. So, it's really clever. Here's a thing. I always watch Bandrew do this.
Uh-huh.
And I'm going
podcastage. Is it podcastage or podcastage?
Podcastage. It sounds like sort of being tied up and
pod hostage.
Impy kind of. Yeah. I'm being held hostage. So I'm going to tap on the desk. So he always does that. So tapping on the desk, and this is not ideal, as I said.
No, I mean, I can hear that you're tapping on the desk, but there's absolutely no thumping or rumbling or anything.
No, it's not it's not actually
on the mic stand. Oh, there you can hear it.
No, on the stand, I'm getting it. Yeah.
Yeah. But on the desk.
And what stand are you using? Are you using that?
The gravity. Yeah.
So that thing actually is helping a lot to isolate the mic from your desk.
Yeah.
See, what helps a lot is mass, right? Weight.
Yep.
So if you have that mic on a very lightweight stand, like a little folding tripod, it probably wouldn't do as well. But putting on a very heavy weighted stand on rubber like that, that's a pretty good package there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it works a treat.
Well, I'll stick the link to that mic stand you're talking about in the show notes too. So
yeah. The gravity, it's a German design. I don't know where it's made, probably China, but it's certainly designed and engineered.
Yeah,
designed
it's
in
made
Germany,
out of heavy
built in
steel.
China.
Chances are it's coming out of China.
Yeah. And where's the steel from? Oh, I'd say probably a hole in the ground in Australia.
That's
but anyway,
right,
that's
exactly.
another story.
Another story.
Indeed.
Yeah. But, the conclusion for me of this mic is just bloody good. It sounds fantastic.
I have no issues with it. I like it. Absolutely.
Yeah. No issues at all.
I've done it again.
It sounds like you. It sounds like you unmessed with.
Yeah.
Because we've all heard the USB mics. We've tried a lot of things. And, some of the other companies are trying to be really clever with lots of onboard processing, DSP. And sometimes those settings are on by default. You don't even know it. So now you're already mucking up the audio without even realizing it. And, these guys are going on a more purist way, just like, we're not going to muck with it. There's no DSP. It's just, this is the way our mic sounds. This is the way it sounds. And that is a very familiar sound, which is a very good thing. That's what we want to hear.
Yeah.
Great.
And also, if anyone's interested, the headphone amplifier is extremely good. So that's a plus.
Yeah.
Very nice. So we figured out the knob is a multifunction knob that controls your headphone level and the monitor blend or mix.
Yeah.
Right. Or balance, as they call it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the mix between you and me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Very good. Very
Nice.
good.
Well, there you go.
Well done, Austrian Audio.
Well done.
Something else to add to the shopping list.
That's
When it's
right.
Christmas.
Or they need to just add it to their shipping list
Yeah.
and send one to the rest of us.
Yes. Well, there is that. Yes.
Well, that was fun. Is it over?
The Pro Audio Suite, with thanks to Tribooth and Austrian Audio, recorded using Source Connect, edited by Andrew Peters and mixed by Voodoo Radio Imaging with tech support from George the Tech Whittam. Don't forget to subscribe to the show and join in the conversation on our Facebook group. To leave a comment, suggest a topic, or just say g'day, drop us a note at our website, theproaudiosuite.com.